Sorry, wrong screen. We're live.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, boys and ghouls. Welcome to a very spooktacular episode of PrusaLive. The gremlins are getting in and causing some technical difficulties, and our start was a little funny there, but it's fine. It's live. We're going here.
Yeah, I'm spooked because just 20 minutes ago I walked into Mikola's office where he's streaming, and I'm like, why are you guys already all connected? But because daytime saving, it is actually an hour earlier, so I was like,
yes. For all of you that don't know, Europe changed daylight savings time last weekend, and U.S. changes daylight savings time this coming weekend.
But they didn't tell Joe.
Well, technically, guys told me, but they didn't. It's their fault because they didn't verify if I received it.
Right.
Yes. So okay. As always, with me we've got Mikola Sousa, Joseph Prusa, and I'm Matt Stoltz. Let's kind of kick this off and get into our PrusaPrinters picks of the week, and that way we can get to our extra creepy guest that's coming. I know some of the people in the chat are actually afraid of what we've got coming later on. So Mickey, what do you have for us this week for your PrusaPrinters pick?
I have this thing that's a little cute behind me. It's a ghost. I have this LED fake candle in it so that it flickers a little bit. I don't know if it's really visible in here, but yeah.
Adorable.
I think it's spooky but adorable.
Yeah, I almost printed that one too.
Yeah.
We should coordinate more. But continue.
Yeah, it's called on PrusaPrinters. There's a ghost in my house, and I think you could print a few of those and just scatter them around the room. It's by Jeje ZR7. Sorry if I butchered your name. It's kind of hard to pronounce.
Perfect. I actually don't like coordinating them because I'm waiting for the day that like all three of us pick the exact same thing, because it's just so awesome and like such a thing that week. And so because we were close, Joe and I, we both had the phone.
Oh yeah, and I almost printed that too. So
right,
that was actually really close.
But one of these days, I think it'll happen. So Joe, what did you have?
So I have these cookie cutters. From user car. Unfortunately, I didn't manage to bake with them yet, but we'll do soon, and then I will post it on Twitter.
Awesome. Those are really great skull cookie cutters.
Yeah, they are pretty big, so I think they will hold the shape good.
And it's the shape is simple enough that it could still kind of look like that. Have you seen those cookie cutters where they're super detailed and then they cook it and it looks like a nightmare fuel just...
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You gotta be careful with your cookie batter there too. So those are super cool, super great for Halloween. For those of you that may be trying desperately to find a costume yet still, don't forget about PrusaPrinters, because there are some great masks out on PrusaPrinters. So this is a mask. It doesn't fit me very well, but yes, great mask from Flyonic, and this is the Happy Face mask, printed in Galaxy Black there. His idea of happy is a little bit different than I think most people's idea of happy, but a very creepy mask nonetheless, with some really great details in it.
That is very spooky.
Yeah. So if you're still looking for some Halloween fun, go check out PrusaPrinters and some of the great masks and other things out there.
And don't forget to put a simple cloth mask under.
Yes, that is the difficulty right now about searching PrusaPrinters for masks. Is if you type in mask thinking you're going to get Halloween masks, the kind of how much PrusaPrinters gathered the community around COVID response, the majority of things that you're going to find right now is around COVID masks or protective masks, PPE.
But I've just heard that pandemic is officially over in US, right?
Oh yeah, we're rounding the corner apparently. Even though our numbers are going higher every day. But yes, not going to talk politics too much. Vote Tuesday. And so yeah. All right. Yeah. So speaking of Prusa printers and all the amazing things that's on it, one of the things that's really been kind of growing Prusa printers over the past few months is these amazing contests that we've been putting on. And the contests aren't really amazing because of us or anything. They're amazing because of the response that we've been getting from you guys. And we've got a new one coming right now. And well, it's actually already started. It started a week and a half ago or so, just shortly after the last PrusaLive. But yeah, it's our fashion contest. So all about wearables and accessories.
Yes, there are already
there we go.
quite a few awesome entries, so we can look at those to kind of get inspired a little bit. But yeah, basically the theme is fashion and fashion accessories, so anything you can wear in any way, I guess that could be the rule. And for the first time, we actually have minis as the prize. And we have
I know, it's so exciting. Like,
yes.
I looked at that and I was like, oh, holy cow, like this is the first time that people are going to be able to win a mini, and that's great.
We didn't want to cheat just because it's a competition, so we waited just like everyone else. We booked the printers for the competition and we waited the lead time as if it was a real order, just because we're so nice. Yes.
And there's not just one mini, there's two minis.
Yeah, so both the first and the runner-up get the minis, so
yeah,
I think that's pretty sweet.
I mean, someone should make a printable hat or cap. How do you call this style in English?
A flat cap.
Flat cap, yeah. Someone should make me a flat cap.
Yes.
And yes, we have an in-house designer, and yes, I believe those with the little ball things, those are from him and his wife. So
nice.
That's just a little backstory.
I mean, if he's working with us, can he win? We need to talk about this.
I think he can't, but yeah, no. I just told him to submit there because it might inspire other people.
Oh, vulva.
Yeah, but there's people are already getting really creative. So you still have pretty much the entire month. If I look at the very top, it ends.
Yeah, November 20th. Ends November 20th. So you actually have quite a bit of time still left to go.
And these things can be very small, typically, and really quick to print and consume little to no filament. So
I like this. I like the bracelet, which is made out of print-in-place chain. If you go a little bit up, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is neat.
Oh yeah, because
that is very fine.
Right, because it locks just by geometry, but prints like not connected. That's cool. That will. I think.
You could use this for many things.
Yeah, I might try to run one of those off and see.
That looks.
Oh
fun.
yeah, they've got some prints in there.
That looks fun.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! I have a gift for a lady.
Yes. I had some 3D printed candies at one point that were like SLS style, like powder bonded like sugar that looked almost exactly like that necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hex buttons! That's really fun. Oh my, I like that. Yeah, so we will definitely revisit those in the next PrusaLive, but the next one the competition will be already over. So yeah, start working on something cool, and we can look at it in the next PrusaLive.
No, yeah, November 20th. The next one, the competition will still be going.
Yeah, the next one, and the one after. I meant the one after that.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, keep those entries coming. We can't wait to see what you guys have, and yeah, you have a chance to possibly win one of two minis, and so that's awesome. That's great. Along the same lines of contests, we have our PrusaLive Show Us Your Prints competition for this week too. So for those of you that haven't been following for the past couple weeks, starting with PrusaLive 10, we started a kind of competition where every week we're asking, or every 2 weeks technically, we're asking you guys to send us tweets with the hashtag #PrusaLive to us with pictures of your prints still on the build platform, preferably like not painted or, have a bunch of other modifications post-processing, still on the build platform. We understand if assemblies need to come together to get the whole idea.
While it's still hot, but we cannot verify.
Right. But send us pictures and, keep it a secret, keep it down to those of us here on PrusaLive. And every episode we will pick a winner and send you guys some Prusament. So we have our winners for this week. So one of our runners up is Cyrno with the Ninja Turtle.
It's so clean. I love the print.
Yeah, we just loved this print because look at how clean that is.
It is the filament doesn't have much titanium oxide, the white, so it's semi-translucent, it seems, and that makes the layers just melt away.
Yeah. There's just no supports, no,
that looks like an SLA print.
Pretty much, right. It's a great sculpt to begin with, no question. So it was a great pick for this, but also, that print is so clean, and we just loved it.
Yeah, maybe we should make a beauty filter for 3D prints.
Okay, so our next print is from Bernie Webb, and it is our captain, Jean-Luc Picard. So again, another great print. This is an MMU print. For me, I thought this was a perfect Halloween entry because I think this Picard print is so creepy. It totally crosses that uncanny valley and those like kind of pink lips on there. Like, he's just so creepy. So I think it's a perfect Halloween print.
Yeah, but I bet he had to use something else, because he would use the same rat as on the shirt. It would be very, very spooky.
Yes. No, it is a great print. It's great color choices. Like the red that he chose for that shirt is spot on.
I really like it. I don't even think it's that spooky. I just really like it.
I think he's so creepy. I love it, but
I love it too. I grew up on the Next Generation, so.
Oh yeah.
Next Generation is, if you're looking for, sci-fi, but you're not into bang bang shoot, everything has to explode every 5 seconds, then
what I like about it, that you can pick it up at any time, because the episodes, they are usually not that well interconnected. So each episode is just one story, so you can take a look.
And some of them
there's definitely character development and things, but it's pretty easy to jump in at any point of the series.
Like there are episodes that broke me more than like 2 hour, heartbreaking movies, super dramatic Hollywood. Some of the Star Trek Next Generation episode, I was just like, oh my god, I need to go on the internet and talk with other strangers about this episode right now because of how intense it was.
Yeah, and fun fact, Will Wheaton, which was also in the Next Generation, has 2 printers from us.
Nice.
Fantastic. All right, and so each of those 2 will get a spool of Prusament, and our winner is Mike, aka JP Vinyl, with a perfect haunted house for Halloween.
It's also just.
Is that in one go? No. The top is on Play Store.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Can I
Isn't it? It's so, again, clean print. That's it's a beautiful color in our opal green. And just a huge print with so much detail. It's great.
It's so detailed. This is really not giving it justice. Really. Oh my god, JFIF. A JFIF.
What is that?
That's how the format is actually called. The JPEG is the group that created it. I haven't seen a actual file of it.
I haven't done web development in years, and all the WebP formats and stuff like that. I just don't know it anymore.
But it's.
But yeah, you can see the split right there.
Yeah, this is where
that it's multiple parts. I would love to know how long this entire print
took. But technically, it is still on the build plate. You can see the.
It is. Yeah, you can see the prime line. I think he printed all the top parts first, and then he printed the bottom second, and then assembled everything even while it was on the build plate. So
it is so detailed. It's great.
Yeah.
And also,
it is.
Prusa Opal Green. Good choice.
Yeah. Yeah, really beautiful choice.
Okay, well, those are the winners. You will get Prusa as a reward.
Yeah. Maybe he can get some more Opal Green to make up for all the Opal Green into that print.
Sure.
So, because that's a lot of filament. That's a big print. Very nice. So again, thank you all. I will reach out to all of you via Twitter. So look for a DM for me, since that's how we know how to get in touch with you. Or feel free, if you're watching this, to just go ahead and shoot me over a DM, and we'll get everything worked out to get filament on the way to you. So fantastic. And also, everyone else, even if you didn't win, keep those prints coming, because we love seeing them. It's been great. Like, I check every day to see what's coming in on PrusaLive, and it's amazing to see all of these really great prints.
I wish we could give, I would reward everyone. It's the picking of the winners is so hard. I will show one more, which was
there are literally times that we have come down on picking the winners to flipping a coin because we can't decide.
I mean, we should use this as marketing material for multi-material.
Yeah, it's also nice.
Absolutely a great print. So, okay. Moving on. A lot of you guys have been asking us over and over again. One of the questions that keeps flying through all of our Twitter streams and the YouTube chat streams, and every time we do one of these is, we've been teasing you guys with what's going on with PrusaSlicer 2.3, and you've been asking, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? Well, it's out. The alpha is here. In fact, alpha 2 is already here. So which is great. And Nicholas is going to show off a couple things that we haven't really talked about in the past.
Yes.
But we absolutely encourage you guys to go out and grab it. We do want to remind you, it is alpha, so there might be problems with it. So when you guys download it and choose to go after it, you're kind of saying, hey, I'm going to help you guys out with finding where those bugs are. So, feel free to go into GitHub and submit bug tickets so that we know if you guys are running into any problems.
But I must say, Wojciech deserves credit for this, because usually when we put something out, Wojciech is the lead developer of the PrusaSlicer. It just does. It's not broken. I mean, there are just little nitpicky things.
It works.
Right.
Okay. So I would without a hitch, I would use it for production myself, even.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat is asking about some things which I have actually prepared a banner for. You can't see it, but it says sorry, no news about Excel or other new printers. Someone on Twitter suggested I should make a banner for it and just show it from time to time.
The other guys in the chat are pretty good for it, though. They do a good job of answering that question for us, the regulars.
I also have a GIF, and I'm just gonna quickly show it because it's really funny. That's it. Yeah. Anyway, so first of all, before I guess we dive into it, if you want to try it out, go to github.com/Prusa3D, which is where I was just before, and here you go into PrusaSlicer, and on the right side is our releases. It's kind of, GitHub is kind of a little bit confusing for people who don't really know it. And
we'll drop that link in the show notes after the show.
Here are the compiled builds. You don't have to compile it. That's the point of the public versions that we release, the alpha, beta, and release candidates, that they are already pre-compiled.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into
Dive in.
Yeah, so I'm sure you follow us if you're watching right now, you probably follow us quite closely. So you've seen all the paint on support, seam painting, on all these amazing features, ironing, monotonic infill. But I thought I would show something else because there are so many things that we haven't really talked about. And yeah, I guess the thing that's really awesome for me is, I don't know, typical scenario, I slice something and I go into settings and I change the, I don't know, infill to gyroid, and I turn on supports, and I do all sorts of changes. And then halfway through it, I realize, oh my god, I'm in the draft print profile, and I want to print this to be, really pretty 0.15 quality profile. So before it would basically switch me to the profile and erase everything I just changed. Right now, it changes you a difference between the profile that you're loading and the changes that you've made. And you can cherry pick, maybe you don't really want to transfer the infill pattern that you've changed, but I think very often you will want to transfer all the changes. So you can discard them and just switch to the profile. You can save the profile. But I think the most probable choice is transfer. So now I am in the quality profile, but I still have supports turned on. The infill is still switched to gyroid, and all these changes have propagated into the new profile.
This is amazing.
Yeah, it's life-changing for me. I think it's so good.
I would say with someone in production environment, this will save a lot of headache.
Saves a lot of time.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I guess we can go straight into the next one. I'm not sure how I'm gonna simulate it, but yeah, basically, I have a removable device connected. So after slicing, there's this button that appears that exports directly to an SD card. So I will do that, and you can see that a little notification pops up, and it even has a hyperlink. And if I click it, it just disconnected the device, safely. So the feature was already there, but the thing that's new are notifications. And maybe they're not so cool on the first sight, but the thing that I'm excited about is that all the work for them to work is done, and we can now just add the notifications. We don't want to overdo them. It will be really annoying if PrusaSlicer keeps popping up notifications every time you do something. But it's really handy to communicate things with user in a non-invasive way. Before, everything had to be a pop-up window or no information basically at all. So now we have a better way to show something but not really annoy the user. There are multiple types of notifications. There is one that disappears after a little while, and there are hard warning notifications that just stay there until you either fix the problem or close the notification. I guess another 2-in-1 could be if I add a part here and I move it up. There are now empty layers, and I think if I slice this, I have supports turned on, right. If I turn them off, okay, right, so now it's showing me warning, empty layers detected. I can look for more information, and it says, oh, look at this layer, which we can see very clearly here, but with some models, it might be just a single layer that's missing because the model is broken. So you now get this, I don't know if a warning is nice, but you get a warning. But a change that's been made to make, for example, stackable models printable is this is a warning. You can still export the G-code and print it, do what you want to, but PrusaSlicer has warned you that you should probably check if it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's notifications. We have G-code viewer, which I guess if I don't know if I don't know.
That would be a beautiful print.
Yeah. The thing, I don't really think there's a super cool way to show this right now, but in a nutshell, there's a standalone G-code application, and if you can associate G-code file extension with the viewer, and then you can just double click it and it will instantly open in the standalone G-code viewer. So that's very nice. And actually, I just realized there is one thing that I can show about the viewer, and that is, yes, basically progress through single layer, and you can turn on the tool maker, which I think we will show by default in the future. And now you get this really nice animation. This is just a very simple, cross section of a square. But if it's something very complicated and you're messing with maybe some advanced settings, it will be very nice to see what's actually happening in the G-code before you print it. Yes.
That's great.
It's so mesmerizing to watch gyroid being printed.
Yeah, the gyroid is mesmerizing even in digital form.
Yeah. So one last thing that I want to show you today so that we can, go talk with our guest, because that's going to be fun. It's going to be spooky. Is that, let me just delete the stop box. Modifiers or all sorts of modifiers in PrusaSlicer. We can do, for example, height range modifier. And if we specify that, we will start at height 10, and we will end the height something really high, so that it goes all the way to the top. There is now a height range modifier, and we can say, look, in this range, print, I don't know, 4 parameters. So now if I slice this, I will turn off the tool maker. There are 2 parameters, and then suddenly there are 4. So this was already in PrusaSlicer. Really cool, really handy to know how this works. But if I add another shape, like a cylinder, and I move it, and I don't know, I will scale it, I can just copy the whole height range modifier with Ctrl-C, and I can paste it on the cylinder. And
yeah,
that's cool.
I know about that one.
Yeah, it's. I was digging in the changelog, and this was one of the little things like single line. Oh, you can now copy paste parameters, and I'm like,
handy.
You can. So now if we look,
We need to. Yeah. I mean, we need to make book of tips for PrusaSlicer, because I would never expect that this will work.
Yeah.
In any software, so that is super cool.
And it's still editable, so I can go here and I can change the ranges and everything. So I think this will be really cool, especially if you're making something really complex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's it. I don't want to spend another.
Right. Yeah. Especially if you start laying out one part. And then once you get things figured out, that you're adding a bunch of other parts and you want similar things in it. It's going to be super, super useful.
I might have just
having to do it over and over again.
I might have just blown the minds of some people with something completely unrelated, and that's how did I get the part to be in midair, right? That's a very hot topic on GitHub with some users. Like, I really want to do that. And yeah, I mean, if it's the thing that I'm doing is I'm adding a part. So I'm basically making sort of an MMU model or something like that, and the individual parts can absolutely be moved wherever, but at least the bottom of the one of the parts, if I move this other box, well, basically it won't let me. Yeah, so something has to be on the build plate. I don't know. We might change it in the future, but yeah, if you need it, this is
which it really doesn't want to allow floating objects.
Yeah, but for good reason.
Yeah, for a good reason. But if you're an advanced user, for example, sometimes when you have, for example, if you want to print a ball, you want to have a consistent surface. You don't want to have one point touching the bed, and so you want to have all on supports.
We will see. Yeah. This is still subject to change, I guess. But yeah, those were some less known but awesome features, and I'm sure that if I spent another hour in the changelog, I could probably find 5 more or 10 more and 20 more. It's never ending.
Yeah, if you go through enough versions, there's still a lot of stuff hidden.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, but we will definitely have more time to address some of it, especially when we officially release the not an alpha but the actual final one. I'm sure we'll circle back and show some more fun there.
There's one thing, it is not feature complete yet, so there are still things being added.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. That's super cool. All right, so it's time to bring in our guest. I'm super excited about this. I gotta say, I was on Twitter one night and a couple weeks ago, or a month ago or so, and saw the release of this project, and instantly sent a DM to Peter, 3DMonkeyNL, as some of you might know, and said, "Hey man, that thing is so creepy. Do you want to come on PrusaLive for our Halloween show? Because it is perfect." So let me go ahead and bring Peter and his little buddy in to the show.
Welcome.
Peter.
Hello.
Hello. So I was just telling everyone that, you know, the evening that you released this project, I saw it and instantly sent you a DM over Twitter saying, "Hey, you know, do you want to come on PrusaLive? Because this is perfect for Halloween." And why don't you share with everyone what it is that you created to terrify all of us?
Yeah, so I created a Chucky, animatronic, 1-on-1 scale.
Oh.
So, hey, see if you can say hi.
And there's PrusaLive blinking behind it. Oh my god, it's saying
Yeah.
hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so this is a Wexter model
Yeah.
that he released, and but as just kind of as you have there in the background. Oh, even the background, the little one's moving now too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he released it as kind of a bust, and you took it to, you know, a very, very interesting place.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you noticed a little detail as the image is flipped, like in the mirror, just next to the Chucky, it reads evil.
Evil, yes. which
Oh
works
my
out very
God.
perfectly. Yes. Yes.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, my
Yes.
house is haunted now.
Yeah. So, you know, the obvious question that comes up here is why? Why would you want something so creepy wandering around your house? I mean, I've seen the video of him standing in front of a mirror with a knife in his hand and everything else. You know, I'm sure some of our audience, you know, must be wondering the same thing.
Yeah, so Chucky always says he wants to be a friend till the end. So who doesn't need a killer doll in his house with Halloween?
Perfect.
It's perfect for Halloween.
Yeah, he is a perfect thing for this. So how did you go about modifying this thing? You know, if someone else, oh, his feet move too.
Yeah.
So if someone else wanted to you know, take some other design and do the same thing, like what tools did you use and you know, how did you go about this process?
At first, I made the little one. It's about a year ago. I asked the Wexter for the model files if he could just separate the head, separate the eyes, so I can work on it. Then I opened up a mesh mixer, just trying to hollow it out, remove the eyes, model some new eyes, so part for part. And I used that file to just scale it up to make a big one.
Right. Yeah, doing that in mesh mixer must have been a frustrating experience, but
Oh, yeah, I never worked with it, so it was all new for me.
Yeah, it's a great tool. It's a great tool, but it's not the easiest tool out there to work with by far.
Oh, it crashes all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaking about a hollowing, that's actually I used to hollow in Mesh Mixer too. I think we kind of all did. That's now in PrusaSlicer in the SLA mode. So it kind of, I guess you could hack it. You could go into SLA, make a really bad. I don't even know if you need to make like a big print bed. Who knows? Maybe I guess not. And then you could use the hollowing tool, and there's export STL. So that could work, I guess. But yeah.
I will look into that for my next projects.
But so how does it work? Are there speaking about creepy, you know, I want to see inside.
Yeah. What electronics did you use to make all this work?
let's see if I can. There's some screen share. So I started with the drawing, just to see how big it was, movement, the joints, everything. And let's see. This is what's inside. Most parts are printed, not all. Just use some tubing, a lot of electronics, 12 servos, Arduino Uno. I used a servo board for 16 servos, added MP3 player, yeah, a lot of stuff.
Oh, so he talks too.
Yeah, he talks too. You can't hear it. It's
Right.
not really loud, but yeah, he talks. Look, here's the speaker, little amplifier, MP3 player with an SD card.
Oh yeah, that looks like a DF player.
You should wire it up to your home alarm if you have one.
Oh yeah,
that would be very effective. Yeah.
It's a lot of wires.
Yeah, Spaghetti City, like all complex Arduino projects, just wires literally everywhere.
Wires everywhere.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
So the chest and the back can be opened up, so always for easy access.
What are you using for the servos? Are they just 9G servos or something a little bit stronger?
A little bit stronger.
Oh yeah.
Bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. The bigger ones. I have the small ones in the hands and in the neck for the movements. Yeah.
And I guess the thing in you said servo board, so is that like just a breakout board?
Yeah, it's a small breakout board you can see here.
So you talk like I2C or SPI or something like that, and then it.
Yeah, it just hooks up to the
right.
Oh,
that's cool. So that you don't have to occupy, I don't know, 20 pins for every servo. You will just use up, I don't know, 1 or 2 pins on the Arduino. And
yeah, two pins. The Arduino, the extension board has its own separate 5 volts.
That's cool.
Because all the servos can use a lot of power.
Yeah, when you get over 3 or 4 servos on an Arduino just natively, you'll start to have power issues, and they'll start to get real sporadic. And so those breakout boards really help out.
You will get blue smoke.
Good
to
know. Good to know.
Yeah.
And how do you do the animations? Do you just code them, or do you something like with keyframing would be nice, and which would add like acceleration, and you would just export the file and put it on the Arduino. Is there something like that?
No, now it's all hard coded. They're just like 16 actions in the Arduino. Yeah, and it just plays all the movements one by one.
Yeah, it's kind of like little macros.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how many points of articulation does Chucky have? Oh, it's got the knife now.
12 in total.
Okay.
So the legs, the arms, the neck, and the eyes. Let's see.
So cool.
Wow.
Yeah. And how many hours of printing did you go through?
Only the head already took about 71 hours of printing. And everything else for the frame, another 30.
Yeah. And I assume you did all the painting also?
Yeah, airbrush.
Yeah.
It was like my third airbrush time, so worked well.
Yeah. How did you this is kind of a surprise question there, but how did you source his clothes to get the clothes right? Did you buy an existing like kind of Chucky doll as one of the toys, or how did you find the clothes?
Amazon. It's just a Halloween costume for babies.
Perfect.
That's perfect size, so I was like, okay, I need to have that.
That's a
perfect.
Safer way to shop for it. Imagine just going through the aisle with like this doll and looking for the clothes, but this could work.
Yeah. Also funny to know that there's parents out there that want to dress their children up as Chucky for Halloween. So.
True.
Yeah.
So now that you've completed this monstrosity, do you have any plans for any other Halloween projects or anything like this? Or are we going to see a full size animatronic like Freddy Krueger next, or something like that?
I want to continue on this project. I want him to walk someday.
Ooh.
I know it's possible. He can stand alone and he can move a bit, but yeah, I need to work some programming. Also working on a PCB to add all the electronics to one board. Easy programming for it.
Oh.
So yeah, there will be more and more projects. Just
Nice.
really low cost. So everybody can build this eventually.
So you'd made the PCB layout and made it just all on one board. That's the dream.
That's the goal. Yeah.
That sounds cool. I really want to do that eventually, to just finish the project and end up with like a nice PCB. So I'm looking forward to maybe see that from you in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to see like what kind of IMU you choose, and things like that, if you're going to make them walk, and kind of those solutions. The nice thing is like, if you look at a lot of the kind of like walking like battle bot kind of things, you can kind of take a lot of stuff from that. Yeah, which would be super cool. So obviously you have some experience in 3D printing to be able to take this project on. I know you kind of run a 3D printing business also. So what are the things that you do other than make Chucky dolls?
Normally I print keychains, a lot of keychains, like.
Nice.
Right.
All this one, just another format. Also do other projects for the electronics casings for it. Use the alpha slicer to make it really flat.
Nice.
Little lanes and holders for it. Yeah, all kind of projects that just come along. Replacement parts for cars or other devices that are broken. You can't get any parts for it.
Yeah. And you scan like the broken part, or the good side, and just mirror it, or you model it by measurement?
Yeah, measurement and then model it in Fusion.
Ooh.
Yeah. Costs a lot of time, but clients are always happy with it.
Yeah. So what is the most bizarre replacement part for a car you printed so far?
Well, not really crazy things. Just little holders. Yeah, small parts.
I've seen it so many times. Like the most like insignificant little piece of plastic breaks, and it's just so annoying because now something in your car just doesn't work, and it's like I can't buy this anywhere. It's just they don't even make it, and.
Right, and you can buy a bumper that fits, but you can't buy that little plastic part that fits, right? So
just buy a bumper. They say, "Oh no, you can fix it."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's super cool. So where can people find you out on the web if they want to see more of Chucky and some of your other projects?
Instagram. Twitter handle 3DMonkeyNL, even on Twitter, same Twitter handle.
All right, fantastic. And as we pointed out, the Acer Evil that is there, or PrusaLive, that was actually a project that you uploaded to PrusaPrinters just today.
Today, this morning. Yeah.
To commemorate coming on the show. So I think I'm gonna try to get one of those for right over here for future episodes. So. Nice. Yeah. So again, Peter, thank you so much for sharing your creation with us and coming on the show. We really appreciate you showing it off. Yeah.
I also still really like the PrusaLive thingy behind it. That's also cool.
Yes. Yeah, I think you need one like right where like Hulk's head is currently there for the future there, Nikki.
Oh yeah. I have like a little recording, but not PrusaLive.
Right.
That that Hulk in person is gigantic.
Oh yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. All right. So again, thank you very much for coming
Peter.
on, and
Welcome.
we really appreciate it, and we will will chat with you soon.
We will. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Chucky.
Yes. This is David's work, our painter and designer, who we've shown his creations in the past a few times in the stream, and this is just a huge Hulk. The head is removable, and you can see the body. It's still going. Like in here, I really cannot fit it in the picture anymore.
Yeah, he also did the amazing cyberpunk printer.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's
It is fully finished down in the lab entrance, but they moved the release date.
I think I now understand why they're too busy to reply to us at all.
Oh yeah.
They might have bigger problems than getting a cool printer from Prusa. So
looking for it because we here in Czechia we can't go out after 19.
Yes.
Plenty of time, but I just picked up Last of Us, and that is also very nice and spooky.
That's true. Hell, zombie spooky.
Yeah. Staying at home right now is a great time, and as winter starts to come for lots of us too, it's a great time to stay home and work on our printing skills and our print finishing skills and things like that. Though for sure, I just finished this piece actually earlier this morning. The final parts came off for this candelabra for part of my Halloween activities, and I thought I would add it to the background here.
That sounds suspicious. Halloween activity?
Yeah. So I it's mostly just kind of turning my house into a bit of a haunt for trick-or-treaters to come.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
we don't have this tradition here. We don't do like decorate the houses. Very few do so for Christmas, but for no.
Well, sometime when all of the world is back into some form of normality, we will have to get you guys over at Halloween time to experience the wonderfulness, especially here in New England, the wonderfulness that is Halloween. So,
but we in Czechia have a different version of trick-or-treating. It's called Velikonoce.
Oh my god, it's so much better.
Yeah, it is so much better. I will type it down in the chat. So if you guys want to check it out, how crazy that would be.
Yeah, I totally love to see that. I mean, I know you guys have like the Krampus parade at Christmas time too, with all the crazy Krampuses.
Oh yeah, Christmas can be probably like super spooky kind of equivalent of Halloween, where yes, it's a traumatizing event in a life of all of us to get through it when you're in the right age, where it's just about, you look kind of big, so they go really hard on you, but you're still kind of scared of them.
Very fun.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I desperately want to come to Prague around Christmas time to see the Krampuses and your Christmas markets and things like that. So
we are not going to have it this year, unfortunately.
Oh, right. Not this year. When the world is better.
Chat, if you have any questions, we have about 12 minutes-ish. Now is the time where we can actually focus on the chat and try to pay attention to it. So if you have any questions.
I have one from Twitter from Jacob Kinch, who asked earlier. He says, will there be any Black Friday, Cyber Monday things, discounts, free shipping, or anything else going on?
Should I just...
we are deciding on it now. And as every year, there will be something, but I will not be too specific.
Yes, I showed the perfect gift for that in the stream. It's just different actors doing...
Oh! I was looking... I have to watch the stream now, and it will make my brain hurt.
Yeah, it's Han Solo and Hans Landa and... Oh my god, who else do we have? Yeah, just Snape. We don't know.
So Jacob did have a second part to that question that's not quite as unrelated, but I think it's a very important question for you guys, which is, are you excited that the new season of The Mandalorian is starting on Friday?
Yes. I mean, we are all sitting at home, so yes,
Right.
am I excited that it's coming out?
I haven't seen the first one yet.
Oh wow!
I'm
not that much into Star Wars.
That's
I have been to Star Wars at Disney World with you, and I would argue that statement that you're not that into Star Wars.
I mean, it was pretty cool, but the last movie I didn't like it much. But I've heard that Mandalorian is for very last few years the best of Star Wars, and there might actually be some things printed on our printers in there.
Nice.
So
fantastic! It would be awesome. It would be awesome if we could get some of the people working on that to maybe come on PrusaLive and talk about what they're doing.
Yeah, Nicholas, we have a contact for one?
That sounds good.
Yeah, Joe, I will talk to you about that after the show, and let's see if we can make that happen.
Leonard,
what do you guys think? People in the comments, would you like to see the guys working on The Mandalorian come on the show? Would that be a guest that you'd like to see? Let us know in the comments.
We do have on our YouTube channel an awesome interview about Star Wars props being printed on PrusaPrinters. That was for the previous Star Wars, but
right.
That's I think super interesting talk that I really enjoyed. So
unfortunately, we can't share much of the specifics.
Yes.
Right.
Leonard asks, why is there glass print bed on our eShop? That is, I think, very much a history left over from the Mark.
I wouldn't guess that it's still there.
Yeah.
That is a long time ago.
Yes.
I'm so glad we moved away from glass.
Yeah.
And I just see, so even now printers are coming out with glass beds, and what the hell is it doing on Ultimaker? I mean, how awful is it to use?
Spring steel sheets is like a game changer. Yeah. It's so amazing how much better spring steel sheets are than anything else out there. And that's, I was saying that well before I came to work for this company. And so, yeah.
I would much rather, like, if I would have to give up like LCD control screen or the spring steel sheet, I would throw
yeah. I mean, removing the print is the best part of the print, and it was the worst part of the print, and it went from the worst to the best. It's so exciting to just plop it off.
I will say, for most of the time for me, like with the texture coated PEI on PLA, like I don't even have to actually even bother with the spring steel sheet. If I like start a print overnight and it finishes overnight and I come down and it's nice and cool the next morning, like I can just like pick the print right up off the bed. Don't even have to pull the spring steel. The texture coating to me is just as good as the spring steel. So,
and we already teased, Joe kind of teased, right, that there might be a new one.
And we finally found a name for the new sheet. I think we will call it satin, or how do you say it in
satin?
Satin. No, I'm not meaning satan.
Oh yeah, that's a good name.
It's difficult for us to say it. I mean, it's like
the texture.
Yeah.
It would be satin. Yeah.
Satin.
Not Satan. Satin.
Well, we know what the internal name will be. It will be the Satan sheet bed.
Yes. So yeah, satin sheet is coming.
Yeah, but the key for the sheet, I mean, you don't have to clean them at all. You just have to be careful. You just have to be careful not to touch it. But usually, I just sometimes have to touch it because of the skirt. But if I'm thinking about it, we might Mikolas go to Wojciech and ask him to make an option to make like a pull-off tab for the skirt at the side of the somewhere where you very rarely print. So you could always just simply peel it off.
That'd be cool.
Sounds good. Andrew is asking if PrusaSlicer 2.3 alpha is far enough that we'd recommend it to new users. I guess, yeah. I just wouldn't use it if for like production, if I'm printing on demand. Or like I would, but keep it in mind and experiment with it, beforehand. But yeah, I mean, I use it all the time. I think everyone in the company has been using it for quite some time.
There's like hundreds and thousands of hours of testing and put into it because that's how we do it.
Steven Erickson asked what our favorite thing from Virtual Earth was. For me, it was how interactive all you guys were in the Discord and being able to chat with all of you guys. And so I like spending time with you guys. It makes me sad that we are not being able to do it because of COVID. But that's why we're here on PrusaLive. That's why we're doing this right now. And every chance that we get to interact with you guys is great. So thanks for all of you that came out to the Discord and chatted with me.
Yeah. But also what is interesting, printer mode going back. Well, it is good to have some competition.
Yeah, so, it'll be interesting to see how that continues moving forward. I'm curious as to how his first sale went and hope it did well.
Yeah. So go Brooke.
Yeah. I'd love to try well I have been questioning in the past on his choice of hot ends, which he knows. I am very interested to try that ceramic knot.
Ask awesome. About our favorite thing from Verve, and
hey, YouTube is frozen. Oh no, now it's
okay.
Back.
Yeah, it was just for a tiny bit.
Okay, have you by any chance got the pub quiz trivia with E3D? It was so funny. It was on the Build channel. I think it's uploaded as a recording, and it had some fun, not only 3D questions.
I knew about it, and I think someone actually I didn't actually pay much attention to it, but I knew about it, and I think someone actually asked me to help out with some of the questions without me knowing that was where they were going.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, we want 3D printing trivia questions. Can you help us with some questions?"
It kind of I felt for Sam from E3D who did it, because it kind of reminded me of some of the troubles that we sometimes have during PrusaLives. Someone else was supposed to be presenting it, but the laptop or something died, so he was just like, "Oh, here's a whole 50-slide presentation. Go and present it on Verve, 15 minutes before the start or something like that." But he
doing it live.
Yeah, but he rocked it, so it was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
So let's see if there's anything in the chat.
Would you guys consider, so Steven Erickson again, would you guys consider doing a best 3D print of the year competition in December? Has to be on a Prusa. That's an interesting idea. Show us the coolest thing that you've printed this year.
What would be the prize?
I don't know. A date with Joe?
I don't know if anyone wants that. But we could do a trip at the factory, to fly someone over. But the time is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But it could be a future promise.
Someone.
Yeah. Well, let's think about that and figure out how to make it work.
Anthony asks if those headphones are 3D printed. Yes, they have Prusa right here. Oh my god, it's not focusing, but I can kind of see it. It has head closing tag here, and we have article and video about these. Article on blog.prusaprinters.org, and YouTube. Just search for, I don't know, Prusa printable models or headphones or something like that, and you will.
It's not too many. It's not too many videos back. If you once we're done here, just click on the channel, and it's just a couple videos back. You'll be able to find it fairly easily. There's a whole bunch of different 3D printed products, and it's great. And if you guys haven't checked out the 3D printable RC car story that we just released earlier this week, definitely check that out.
Oh yeah,
really,
that was so fun.
Really amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a free model from them on the homepage of PrusaPrinters, and it's really sweet. Like
it is. I love the fact that MK3 spare parts you get with the kit are used for the assembly. That is very nice.
That is so fun.
Really great. But with that is our show for this week. We have hit our time. So yeah, there's the mini Land Rover there.
Yes.
Again, we thank you guys all for tuning in every week that we have a show. We really appreciate you guys coming back week after week. Thank you so much. Stay safe, especially over Halloween if you're out trick-or-treating yourself or the kids or anything else.
Yes.
Stay safe out there. Keep on printing stuff and be awesome. So thank you.
Bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
Yes.
Thank you.